Hey guys, it is Saturday, October 2nd, 2016, 10:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'm here to talk about lead guitarists, my favorite lead guitarists, and why I want to play the guitar. And there's another topic that I'll get to in the video if I can remember it at the time, okay? Anyways, I'm going to name off the guitarists I like at all. Actually, in general, lead guitarists, bassists, and rhythm guitarists. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I like Malcolm, Angus, and Stevie Young, all from AC/DC. I like Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath, Randy Rhoads, and Zakk Wylde, and Joe Holmes. And they worked for Ozzy Osbourne, and they work for Ozzy, let's just say, as did Tony and Geezer. I like Cliff Williams, also of AC/DC. I like Ann and Nancy Wilson from the band Heart. I don't know which one plays the guitar and which one does the singing. I think they both play the lead guitar, because I've seen them both playing. I like Chuck Berry, which is one of Angus's inspirations, but I like that song Johnny Be Good before I even realized my love for the guitar and love for rock music that I like. And I have a friend, I'm gonna tell you his name, who just joined the band, and he got a record deal. He and I went to school together. His name is Ryan Battering. He's the lead guitarist for the band Burdens Within. He is amazing. And I, as one of his close friends, want to tell the story of his band 43 years from now when they are a rock legend like AC/DC. They're inspired by AC/DC and a few other bands. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I like Zoltan Bathory from Five Finger Death Punch. I'm actually going to see them in December with my brother. And I'm going to get a guitar and get it signed by Zoltan and probably get a lesson by Zoltan, because I got some sources that can get me backstage, let's just say. Those sources will not be clarified in the video. Their names will not be, or my relation to them. But me and my brother are going to go backstage and get to meet the band, and we both want to learn the guitar, and he wants to learn the drums too, so he might get a drumming lesson from the drummer. I'm hoping to get a guitar lesson from Zoltan, because it's a little obvious I'm never going to get one from Angus or Malcolm or Stevie. Even though Malcolm, with his state of health, I don't think that he would remember how to play. Bless his soul. Dear Malcolm, if you ever hear this video, or one of your children ever hears this video, or your grandchildren, or anyone in your family, I send you my deepest condolences. It has to suck like that. It has to suck to be that way. And when you die, I hope you go to heaven. And I hope you don't die. I actually hope they can cure you. They can find a cure for it. I heard somewhere that they found a cure for cancer, and if they actually found a cure for it like they said they did, then I'm sure they can cure dementia, and you can go back to being yourself, fully. I'm sure there's things you remember, but forgetting your family, like your wife, children, and your brothers, and your sister, it has to hurt them. And every time they go see you in your hospice room or whatever you're in, it has to hurt them to see you like that, knowing that once you were this independent rhythm guitarist, or guitarist in general. It has to sting. So I send the Young family my deepest condolences every time. Even though he's not dead, I just send it to him. I just send them to them every time I think of Malcolm, because I couldn't imagine seeing my brother or sister like that. Especially not being able to bask in the glory of the, glorious music that he's created over the last 43 years. Well, in his case, 41 years, because I know he retired due to his health problems in 2014. 2014 is right. And I'm upset. I just know it has to upset the Youngs to see them like that. it's just... It is just something that I could never imagine seeing someone I'm that close to and that I love that much do or have wrong with them. Angus, if you hear this video, I'm sorry. But, let's get off that subject. It actually makes me sad to think of Malcolm Young like that. And me and my friends send you our deepest condolences, because there are a whole group of us. There's like 115 of us that want to form a band, but we can't have 115 band members. I mean, my friend Tyler Young is Canadian. Well, Canadian born, but raised here in America. She wants to be a lead guitarist. I want to be a lead guitarist. And my friend Alicia Jane Young, no relation to Tyler, obviously, because they don't really get along. I mean they do, in the technical sense that, if Lisa didn't say what she truly feels, what she's known for doing, Tyler wouldn't get mad. It's not that they hate each other, but, you know what I just said, and you probably can process what I mean by that. We all want to be, there's a lot of us that want to be lead guitarists, there's some of us that want to be bassists, some of us that want to be rhythm guitarists like Malcolm. So, we have this crazy dream that we can all, like, help one another out. Like if one becomes famous, we can help the other become famous. Like, help get them a record deal with our record company. And, continue doing that until we are all well-known bands, and we all stay good friends. That's what we plan to do. Because, it would suck to lose a friendship over something like music. Which, music is the greatest thing that was ever created, that mankind has ever created. In fact, it's probably one of the only great things that mankind has created. Because it brings people together, and it makes us realize that we all have stuff in common. And there's lots of us that want to be in bands. We want to go down as great guitarists and great lead singers and great rhythmists, as I call them, rhythmists. I don't really care if it's the word or not. In technical terms it should be, but great, drummers, bass guitarists. Even if we want to play an instrument that's not in the rock and roll thing, like the maracas or the tambourine or a flute, then I encourage people to pick that instrument up and play it. Or maybe even play a triangle if they want to. Which that's not really that hard to do. I actually had one at once, and I wasn't really into it, because there was no 6 strings, there was no amplifier, so you could piss the entire neighborhood off, or the entire town, in my case, because we only have a town with 3,000 people in it, or 4,000, I don't know. The 2010 census thing would tell us, but they just did another one, because they put a letter in our mailbox stating that that they must require how many, people are living in our house, and we put 4 down, because there's Mom, Dad, me, and my nephew. My brother, he went back to Colorado, and he wants to be a drummer and guitarist himself. He actually told me just a few minutes ago on the phone. We were just talking to each other on the phone a few minutes ago, and he wants a guitar, the Gibson Les Paul, like Slash uses, but I'm not a fan of Slash. I don't hate him, but I'm not a fan of him, And I'm like, well, it is a nice guitar. They do have nice sounds to them, Gibsons. And, well, I want the SG like Angus and Tony use. They all have great sounds to them. I hear that you can tell who's playing a Gibson guitar, or who's playing a Dean guitar, or a, let me think of the brand. Epiphone, or Pavey. You can always tell who's playing which brand of guitar by the way they sound. And I want an SG and he wants a Les Paul. Or I want a Chuck Berry one. I don't really know. Those are pretty freaking huge. I actually looked at one in the store a few days ago. I tried to pick it up and I was afraid to lift it off the rack because it was so heavy. I was afraid I'd drop it and break it. and my back too, trying to pick it up. So I just put it back down on the shelf. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try picking that up. But I'm really excited because I'm gonna go see Five Finger Death Punch in December. I don't know exactly what day, but my brother's gonna take me, and I think we're gonna go meet with our source backstage, and they're gonna take us backstage to meet the band, and I'll get a guitar lesson from Zoltan or something, or maybe he could teach me a few licks for free, and my brother can get a few licks and a lesson from the drummer, whatever his name is. I only know the lead guitar and the lead singer's name, Ivan and Zoltan. My brother actually knows Ivan personally because they both live in the same state. He lives in Colorado Springs, and Ivan lives in Denver, Colorado, and they met each other in a store or something. And I was like, wow, wait, a big rock star, a big metal star does his own shopping. That's amazing, because sometimes they get a little carried away and they want to have people go out and do their work for them, like people go out and pay their bills. Well, not Ivan, he says. He's been friends with Ivan ever since, and he's been able to get into their concerts for free since then. And this is the God-given truth, believe me or not. If I could show you the proof, I would, but there is pictures of my brother and Ivan Moody together. I don't know, well, I've seen one of him in Zoltan Bathory, but I don't really know how to make a photo collage video yet. Well, I'm just learning with this app called Viva Video or something. I did one on Angus and Ellen Young, but that was pretty much it, because that's basically all I had pictures of him and his wife. And if I could get my hands on pictures of their children, if they have any, then I would definitely put that these are their kids. But I apparently am wrong. They don't have children, I hear. Which it's going to beg my mind for the rest of my life until I actually speak with Angus myself and find out. Which Angus is one of my favorite guitarists. He's my inspiration. The main reason I pick up the guitar and try to play it every day. And sorry, I had to yawn. Sorry, had to yawn. I hate yawning. But if I ever do get to speak with Angus, like he introduced my band on stage one day. I plan on making a band called AC/DC2. But instead of it being AC/Mark DC with a lightning bolt /Mark, it'll be a lightning bolt /Mark 2. Lightning bolt /Mark 2 in the middle. And we won't just remake AC/DC songs. We will make our own music. We will be a band of females, too, because there are a lot of girls I know out of that 115 people I told you that would love to just get together and play their favorite instrument. I told you my friend Tyler wants to play the lead guitar, so there's conflict there. So I told her to go with her own band, and I encourage her to, and support her as a close friend. But the rest, like my friend Emily and Charity, Emily wants to be a drummer, and Charity wants to be a bassist, like Cliff, and I want to be the lead guitarist, and we need somebody to be the lead singer. We haven't found a lead singer yet. We actually haven't got together and discussed what we want to do yet. We should discuss that definitely, because we throw out each other out ideas on Facebook all the time, which makes some conflict, because Tyler will say things like, "Oh, that's my idea, you stole it," or her boyfriend Michael would be like, "Yeah, you stole Tyler's idea," when I really didn't. And I don't want to start an argument if somebody hears this video that I know, but it's true. Anyways, I'm going to get off here. Thanks for listening. Peace, American Power, and it is 10:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thanks for watching it. Goodbye.